Today marks 2 years since the building in downtown Davenport collapsed, tragically killing 3 people and changing many lives. Dustin Nolan joins us from the site of the collapse, now just a grassy field. Dustin, bring us up to date with what happened and what's next.
Jenna, it's hard to believe it's been 2 years since the devastating building collapse. I'm here in downtown Davenport, where an empty lot now sits across the street from me. We're over here at the library across the street because it is a little rainy out here. But you can see behind me here, this is where the building once stood, where family and friends once lived their lives until that tragic day that changed everything for so many. And Jenna, being down here, you can still feel some of those same emotions that we felt on that day of shock, anger, and sadness. And we'll continue to feel some of those same emotions as we move forward. There's no looking past that dark day in our history, nor should we ever look past it. It's a day that shook our community. And as we look back on the 2 years anniversary today, we want to give you a quick timeline of the big events that happened, just in case you need a refresher or you're not familiar with the building collapse. On May 28, 2023, the Davenport apartment building partially collapsed at 4:55 p.m. That night, crews worked through the rubble looking for survivors. And after midnight, Peach Berry, a resident of the building, was extracted after having her leg amputated on site. Then on the evening of May 29th, Lisa Brooks was rescued from the building. After that, the city of Davenport said 5 people were still unaccounted for, but later found 2 of the people alive out of the state. Then we were forced to say goodbye way too soon to 3 of our fellow Quad citizens. On June 3rd at 11:59 a.m., Brandon Colvin Sr.'s body was found. On June 4th at 12:25 p.m., Ryan Hitchcock's body was found. And on June 5th at 2:30 a.m., Daniel Prian's body was found. Then on June 21st, the building was fully demolished, leaving behind just the memory of what once stood. Meanwhile, in the weeks, months, and now years following, people in the Quad Cities have been pushing for someone to be held accountable. As lawsuits work their way through court, the Scott County attorney announced there would be no criminal charges. That decision was met with anger from survivors of the collapse, but the Scott County attorney, Kelly Cunningham, said she had no choice but to follow Iowa's law. And in this case, the facts don't meet the standards that would allow her to bring charges against anyone, including the building's owner, Andrew Wald. She says evidence shows Wald was taking steps to fix the building leading up to the collapse. She said her decision was based on the Iowa Division of Criminal Investigations probe into the collapse. We have the full redacted report on our website. And happening tonight, a candlelight vigil is set to be held right here at 324 Main Street for the victims of the building collapse. The candlelight vigil will take place after the Davenport City Hall meeting that is set to start at 7 p.m. tonight. And Jenna, you know, it's still hard to believe it's already been 2 years since that tragic day, but I will say I've always found this place we all call home, the Quad Cities, to be so special, because in the face of hard times, people always seem to come together and lean on one another to become stronger, and we become a stronger community. May we all forever remember May 28th forever. And as you can see behind me, 3 crosses remember the 3 men that lost their lives too soon. And may we never forget them as well. But for now, reporting live in Davenport, Dustin Nolan, KWQC TV6 News. Back to you in the studio, Jenna.
All right, Dustin, thank you. And as he mentioned, several lawsuits are making their way through court, but they're being held up by a filing with the Supreme Court challenging the city of Davenport's claim that leaders have qualified immunity. Our Matt Christensen is here this morning and will join us later in the show to bring us up to date on everything happening in court.